Welcome to Super Happy Dragon Lucky. The show will begin momentarily.
Yeah. DRAKARIA. Yeah. Ooh. Yeah. Dragonchain, 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 Dragonchain. Mine 10 blocks on the blockchain. My ETH father for the got paid. These records selling like they hotcakes. We go to the moon like we don't got breaks. If you want to transact on a marketplace, Dragonchain, Dragonchain, Dragonchain. Dragonchain, 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 Dragonchain. Mine 10 blocks on the blockchain. My ETH father for the got paid. These records selling like they hotcakes. We going to the moon like we don't got breaks. If you want to transact on a marketplace, Dragonchain, Dragonchain, Dragonchain. My ETH costs more than your rent. I spend my life savings, get a 10. Dragons get the hottest coming next. Me and Joe Rose make a bet. All this shit seem new to me. Fix a blockchain with security. Keeping data safe is the fluency. How could you not fuck with the company?
Hello, welcome to Super Happy Dragon Lucky Dragonchain's update show. This is episode 1/11. That's 0x111. It's the 274th weekly episode with AMA at the end. Reminder, nothing on the show is financial advice, as it ever would be. And stay tuned after the updates for the weekly AMA. We're supposed to do 3 questions at least. Let's see here. First up on Dragonchain updates, the show distribution of governance lot for last week was 930 lot. There was one question for 465 lot. The host received 232 lot, and Dragonchain received 233 lot. All the normal things with those lot, mostly for governance. If you guys want to change anything on the show, that's your way. And let's see here. Next, I guess we go straight to Den.Social updates. First off, in the layer creation process update, LCP, it is the 5th Tuesday. So there is no LCP this week, or the 5th week was this week. It's not Tuesday today, I know. But 5th Tuesday, we used to have the show on Tuesdays. So watch for the November 2024 proposal phase, which will start next Tuesday. So that's coming up, right? And let's see here. In DinDAO updates, the DinDAO discussion, a reminder that the DinDAO discussions are in the DinDAO layer, and there is a post by Time Hoarder. I do believe, yes, Time Hoarder has a bunch of stuff, issues, questions, and we'll have to get to those. And just know that we are. And if you watch DinDAO, the DinDAO votes, which I'm about to show you one, we're doing some things to try to take care of some of these issues, because some of them have been lingering for a while, and we haven't had the time or resources to devote. So hopefully, we're going with a new model for how we run everything that we will be able to resolve the most important of those issues in order, prioritized. And speaking of which, so go check that. I'll talk to Time Hoarder. I will talk to I am also about some of those, that we get in there and walk through them and prioritize them as a group, or if you want to request a call, it would, might be helpful, depending. Let's see here. But there is a DinDAO vote that was resolved 23 hours ago, and it was made by IAM. The change proposal, site-wide, the appointment of a new DAO leader position, as discussed in recent DinDAO postings and meetings. This proposal seeks to establish a single volunteer leader for DinDAO to act as the primary face and ambassador for Den.Social. The proposed leader will focus on promoting platform growth, supporting user engagement, and representing Den.Social across various social media platforms. So roles and responsibilities: platform ambassador, so the public representative, so it'll be someone who could go, other than just me and appear, and and Dave used to do some of this too. Appear on shows, kind of proselytize, preach about what Den can do. Community growth is a big piece. Operational communication, which is like say per the last point, that this would facilitate the meetings, try to figure out what really needs to be worked on next, so on. Support for WBRT. This is an interesting one because WBRT functions entirely, as does this show, on top of the Den.Social. So the ability to promote that will help, especially as it expands and if it changes the model and stuff like that. But anyway, it's a good way to promote it to people who have never would have never known about Den otherwise. So interesting thing, limited authority. This is more a leader who will have some ability to make decisions, things like priorities and things like general the general focus, and whether or not to go on different shows, how to promote and things like that. But funds and use of funds and other, I guess, more fiduciary role. What do I want to say? Things spending money one way or another will definitely go through DINDAO. Anything official, that would require an algorithm change or anything else. The point is, this person would be able to propose those things more readily, speak to people as an individual and have a single leader. And I thought it was a great idea that we try this as well. And there will be follow-on votes. This did pass, and I'll show you the results in a minute here. There will be follow-on votes to talk about what this, the title of this leader, for one, and then also things like compensation. This right here, it says it's uncompensated. I think it needs to be compensated, probably with either maybe tips, like say I have a bunch of lore. I probably would want to give this this person, which some lore, and I do also think that there should be some ongoing reward in the founder's lot, that, or builder's lot, whatever you want to call it. And I'll show you that vote in a minute. It's part of the vote that this person over time should get some amount of that as compensation for doing this work. So should be committed to acting as a leader with integrity. So DINDAO at any time. This is an important part. Can vote to remove this elected position. And I would even say this might be a little vague. We probably need to tighten this up a little bit. It's something where we can remove this elected position, but we can also remove this leader. So we might want to keep the position. We might want to remove or replace the leader at any given time, without saying, oh yeah, the role does work. It seems to be working, but maybe the first, person who, or the current leader, whoever this is, and whatever their title is, has gone overboard, and maybe they've become a despot or something. So we can vote to remove them at any point. We can definitely vote to remove this elected position at any point. But we probably need to add the fact that we can remove the actual elected leader without removing the position. Let's see here. And the person can resign at any time, which, yeah, they would be able to, right? Ideally, they would agree to formally tell us and not just ghost Den or something, right? Next steps, should this proposal pass? Okay, so yeah, second proposal vote to determine a suitable title. Let's see here. Yeah, and then like I said, we have to elect the person. We have to determine compensation. Those should probably all be separate votes. But anyway, we'll get them through. So yes, passed. And I'll show you. Oh, here, I'll have to scroll up a little bit here. So if creator, I can't. Okay, there we go. Creator, 10% of liquidity voted, 4% of behavior voted. So Creator didn't vote a ton, right? Owners, which is the lore-based, or people who earn matter from lot, essentially, and the liquidity of lore as well. The liquidity, 96% voted. 23, almost 24% of the behavior side voted. That's pretty decent. And then founders, 50.7% voted. We need to get better voting. We probably ought to actually, that's something should be rewarded, people who participate in the governance. Okay, Oxum's voted. Excellent. All right, let's see. So that was the DAO updates. That's all of DIN. That's all of the DIN updates. Okay, next we go to World Blockchain Roundtable updates. In case you missed it, last week's episode was DIY, the use of blockchain for small businesses. It was episode 179. Make sure you get in there and watch it, share it. The more views, the more lot in the roundtable layer all the participants will get, including the people who ask questions. And it was a really good show. There were a lot of good questions, and it was pretty fun. Then, let's see here. Next, we go to today's episode, and there was a DAO vote to change it. Or not a DAO, sorry, not a DAO vote. There was a WBRT vote. Let me see if I can pull that up real quick, because we should look at it. We should look to see. Oh, come on. I can't get to it because these browsers. Okay, here we go. This is it. All right, resolved 24 hours ago. October 31st was going to be the freeform theme because it was just an open. We didn't pick a fifth. Maybe it was a fifth show for the month. So it was going to be freeform. But I Am for Am proposed we make it which team, red or blue, will be the best for blockchain, because it is the last World Blockchain Roundtable before the presidential election in the US. It's all important, right? Anyway, so look, everybody voted for it. Nobody voted against it. Change October 31st theme. Okay, so that's the theme. Thanks everybody who voted. It did get resolved with 54.5% of the vote, and that is awesome. So that is all of the roundtable updates. Next, we go to DRAKARIA updates. So DRAKARIA World on X. Please make sure you follow DRAKARIA World on X. Today, let's see here. Join us Thursday, October 31, for DRAKARIA episode 10, Space on X. The theme is Open Mic Halloween. So it's essentially AMA. It should be a pretty short episode, so make sure you get in early. And we are still giving away a gateway key. There are only 42 to give away. I think there are only like 20 something left, and we're moving along. Hopefully, we have the whole release out soon. I'm not sure how. We might have to give away a bunch of keys all at once if we're ready to go, but we still have a lot of testing to do. So, and that's everything for updates. Now we go to the AMA. So it's a Halloween AMA. Let's see here. All right. I'm going to refresh live. And while I refresh, make sure that you like and subscribe and all those things and share the show. Okay. So this is episode 1x11, episode or 11D1, however that is said. And the first question is, are there already ready solutions for Dragonchain against attack from quantum computers, such as a wallet that cannot be decrypted? Yes. So we have several things to point to there, and it kind of depends on what you're after, why you want something that has that capability. Dragonchain itself, the architecture is already very quantum resistant architecturally, because of the hybrid nature. That is the fact that the only exposed element of what might be your data, other than what you might expose yourself, of course. But the only exposed element out of the box is the proof on a level 5 that goes out to Bitcoin, Ethereum, and other chains. And depending upon how you hold your internal data, your L1 transactions, they are already very resistant to an attack in this way, because they're not on a public blockchain out there for everybody to just pull apart and do brute force attacks or quantum attacks on. So it's already very quantum resistant. On top of that, we have the partnership with AQUED to provide the quantum safe encryption, and that is for two aspects. One is at rest, in your own data center, wherever your private data is stored, but also in transit, that it can be encrypted when you have various clients actually putting stuff on chain. And you have to know what you're doing when you're setting it up, if you so that you can meet the requirements that you have. But yes, we already have all of that there. So those are the capabilities. I don't know that I can say whether we do have one customer that is definitely using it, and we have some others that are definitely looking to use that, especially as we go forward with Dragonchain, what's going on. So great question, Dayrox. Thank you very much. I voted yes. Okay, I voted on already. Okay, next, Dragonite. Aside from DRAKARIA, can you share or hint at any other use cases that are being constructed with Dragonchain and Dragonet? You know about some of them, although I don't want to comment on how far they are along or anything else, because I would have to I would have to run it by them before I said anything. But there are, about some of them that have been announced in the past. About some existing systems that are out there. There's like Factor and MiFi that is, it's a running system in production that at least it does have customers. People are using it. We also have, of course, Den. You know about that. Of course, DRAKARIA. You know about that, and I'm spending quite a bit of my time on DRAKARIA, other than what I have to spend on wasted time with legal and things like that. And there is one, and I'm trying to get in touch with various partners about it. There is one that is it's probably tied to Den, but it will be a new system, and or it'll be built on top of Den. I don't know, but it is, to hint at it. It is something that will be useful. It'll be a good tool for the world as it is today, anti-censorship. But I think it'll be a very interesting and possibly lucrative opportunity, because nothing like it exists. And I don't think that anybody else could build something like it without, we have Dragonchain, and we have Den, and a lot of these things can be arranged in such a way to provide new features for people that really need them. And that's what we're focused on. And a bunch of things are just kind of coming together. I don't know if it'll happen or not, but it definitely has interest from some people that are, well connected, that we can hopefully bring enough of the right people in to make it happen. So that's a hint. Sorry, I can't really tell you what it's called or exactly what it does, but that's a pretty good hint. Let's see here. Recommended featured post. And I think I don't have it. I thought I had it up here. I'm going to put it up here. Recommended featured post is the DAO. Okay, yes. So I agree. I think you're already, I would agree. I think that should be a featured post. It's important enough. And, and it is, It is the thing that's happening right now. So that's the featured post. And I'll go back to the questions because I think there might be one more question after. Yes, I am. Oh, look at that. Rocky Horror SHDL update show. I love it. Okay. Pretty decent. I think your Photoshop is improving. If you did that, I mean, I don't know, maybe this already had a token in its hand. I don't know if you did that, or if you did the token, or if you just did the text. The text on the token could be improved. The token is pretty good on there if you did that. I don't know. Anyway, let's see here. Happy Halloween. Question. Given that this will air on Halloween, can you list what potential dangers Den.Social could face in the future? I think a nation state DDoS attack would be scary. What do you say, Joe? So, I mean, yeah, a nation state denial of service attack would suck, right? It would suck for anything and anybody. And given that many nation states, not all of them, but many nation states have unlimited funds, they could pull together as many botnets as they want, and they wouldn't have to even deal with the law, would they? Or at least, yeah, they probably wouldn't have to deal with the law at all, would they? So that would be scary, and it would be great to protect ourselves against that. And we have part of what I spoke about before, as the hint. If we needed to protect against this, we would want to protect the content. And that could be, what type of content. It might even be different content than is available right now on Den, and different. When I say different types of media, right? But it would also need to protect against the interface, because the interface is hosted in a centralized platform right now, and we would want to decentralize that. Number one, we would also want to have it hosted in a domicile, in a legal domicile where anti-censorship is possible, right? And those are very limited in the world these days. But that would be the thing. So you would want to decentralize the interface, and you'd want to decentralize the content and the medias. So that would be the way to prevent against that. I think other attacks would be, just going, and again, nation state stuff. It's funny. I don't think the normal attackers are as much of a threat as they would be for Den. We've had some attacks, and we've had, but generally it's kind of we've gotten along without much worry. So yeah, I mean, anything can happen, of course. We've seen little attacks like, tag spam and stuff like that. And I think algorithmically we've solved a lot of those with the behavior tech, and probably any of the other things, including, by the way, the nation state DDoS attack could probably, although, it's hard because it would be asymmetric, but we would have to use that. The fact that you could do, I guess, what I would call an asymmetric defense, right? Something where we don't have to spend much, but we can affect a lot of defense power without doing a lot of work. And I think the behavior tech is the way to handle that. It's definitely key. So that's the last question. Thank you very much. Every participant will get lot from the Dragonchain layer. You get credited for one share. It's split up per question that you ask. So if you ask multiple questions, and that includes the I think that you get counted separate for the featured post. I don't remember, but it's all already laid out. So that's how that'll work. And let's see here. In closing, wait a minute. I think I had that. Okay. In closing, go get a hat. It's Halloween. Coffee with Den is coming back. We probably will need to get new hats with whatever show I Am is going to create with a different name. Also, you can get a straight Den hat. You can get a Den.DAO hat. We should start calling it Constitution. You get a Dragonchain hat. Different Dragonchain hats. Anyway, lots of merch. Go to Dragonchain.Store. Lots of merch. And then, if you are able, please give to the Legal Defense Fund. You can give in with your credit card or with crypto. And if we don't have your crypto listed, just there's a form on the Donate with Crypto page that you can request to give in a different currency, a different crypto, and we will make it possible. So that's all of that. And let's see here. Make sure you watch us again next week. It should be the same time, and it'll be after the election. Oh boy. And watch World Blockchain Roundtable today at 1100 Eastern. That's in about 31 minutes. That's 1500 UTC. Follow Dragonchain, Real to Innocence, and Jojo Row on X and Den.Social. And I think that's everything. So we will see you in 30 minutes. Thanks.
Because that goal will serve to organize and measure the best.
Adaptable, all capital, label radical yet rational. A tactical approach is palpable if this animal is fallible. But that conclusion is laughable, so with for all detachable from the mandible. You see it now?